Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for another video. So, the brand new Autumn of Agony part number 3 just dropped a little over an hour ago. And of course, I've been working on getting solos for this video for you guys. So, it looks like it's going to be Cassie Lang and Heimdall. So, 2 weeks from now, it's going to be Heimdall. Right now, it is Cassie Lang. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the fight, the nodes. It's a very unique one. So she's unduped, which is fantastic. That's the first thing I noticed, because when Cassie's awakened, she just has a chance to evade, and it's just a random chance. At low sig it's 3%, which is the same as like Black Widow, OG Black Widow, and then at max sig it's 9%. So it can be super annoying. It can trigger all the time when you're fighting her. So I'm really glad that's turned off. There is still evasion elements in the fight, but it's 100% predictable. So I really like that they did that, first and foremost. Speaking of the nodes, though, we have Adamant Axiom here. So ability actually cannot be modified. We have Unmastered Regeneration. The attacker's salve and willpower masteries are removed because there's a lot of debuffs that are being applied here, like Crush and Power Sting. So you're not able to willpower heal from that. We have the defender is immune to Cold Snap, so you're not able to counter the evade that way. We have Bust a Groove here. At the start of the fight, and every 15 seconds after the defender alternates between having a basic evade passive granting 100% chance to evade all incoming basic attacks and a special miss passive granting 100% chance to miss for incoming special attacks. So the fight is constantly alternating between these two modes, where she just evades all basic attacks, or she has an untouchable that only counters against special attacks. But we have this giving chase node to counter this Bust a Groove node, which is essentially every time you parry a well-timed block, you're going to gain Pursuit or Vigilance passives for 15 seconds. Each one, Pursuit counters evade, Vigilance counters miss. So you just need to get whichever one of these you need, depending on her corresponding mode. However, you can't have both. So if you parry once, you get the Pursuit, then you parry again immediately, you'll replace it with the Vigilance. So you can't have both at the same time. So you kind of got to keep an eye on that, and you got to be managing between those modes. We have Beast of Burden. For each debuff on the defender, they reduce the duration of incoming debuffs by 30%. Then we have Painful Retreat. Every 10 seconds, the defender is inflicted with a Power Sting debuff. So this is a pretty hefty one. You definitely don't want to throw a special with this active. And the way to get rid of it is just to hit a multiple of 10. So a little bit of a pro tip in this fight. You ideally want to stay around those 8 and 9 hits in your combo, and just be ready to hit that 10th increment to get rid of this. For example, like if you have the Power Sting on you, you haven't reached a 10 combo, and it's about to re-trigger another fresh Power Sting, wait for the fresh Power Sting, then go over a multiple of 10, and then it's gone. So again, just kind of, this fight is a very big balancing act of all these debuffs and effects. We have Crush Revolution. It's basically just if you dash back 2 times in a row, you're going to get crushed. You can dash back once, and then wait a sec, and then dash back again, you won't get crushed. And then we have Necrotic Boon, Psionic Control. Whenever a debuff is purified off the attacker, their controls are reversed for 4 seconds. So yeah, those are all the nodes here. And our options for this fight are Psychic Shielding, Size Medium, Hero 2024, and Tech Villain. So let's go take a look at the champion pools, starting with Psychic Shielding, because that's the very first one that I went for. So Psychic Shielding and Size Medium. So out of all the champions here, I mean, it's really not too many options. Yeah, there's really very limited options here. I assume Moondragon could probably work. Same with Professor X. I'm sure White Magneto could too. But I think Red Mags is definitely the easiest option here for sure. That's who I used. Like I said, I started with this one. Just my rank 4 Magneto here. And I think it took me like 2 attempts. And I didn't even really learn the fight at that point. I was just parry, heavy, 2 and a bit special 3s, and she'll die. And this is a rank 4 Magneto. If you have a maxed out 6-star Magneto, bro, you're chilling. He doesn't even need to be maxed out. The rank 4 did the job. I threw in like a booster too, but yeah. So that's definitely who I recommend for that first tag. Now for the next tag, Hero 2024. Let's take a look at our pool for that. Again, it's not the biggest pool. because not all champs that come out this year are heroes. So the pool not the biggest. I feel like if you have a Dazzler, she could probably do really good here. She gains pursuit on her own, so you could utilize that. So yeah, I think Dazzler would be a great option. I only have a 2-star though, as you see here, so not really an option for me. Prowler is who I went with. I think he is a phenomenal option. I don't know about the best, but probably out of the champs here, one of the best for sure. I feel like Spider Punk could definitely do this. Probably who I'm going to use on like Spiker. Could probably make a lot of these champions work, but yeah, highly recommend Prowler. His mediums cannot be evaded, so that definitely comes in handy in this fight. And then last but not least, we have Tech Villains. So this one's a weird one because a lot of the champions that pop up here, their damage is through shock. You know, Red Skull's damage is through shock, Nimrod's damage is through shock. My top 2 options there. And Cassie is immune to shock. So immediately I was like, oh, I don't really want to use Red Skull or Nimrod. I'm sure some of these champions could work. I'd be curious to see Shocker. But Ghost is who I went for. Simple. If you know how to Ghost, if you have a Ghost ranked up, you'll be totally fine in this matchup. You know, Ghost already counters evade with her crits, so that's really nice. And her miss, it's very useful in this fight. You gotta be careful. Cassie's AI can be a bit weird, especially at the very start of fights. But yeah, so those are our champion pools. Our objectives are complete. Let's go jump to the gameplay, see how I did it. Alrighty guys, so like I said, Magneto was who I started with. So let's go ahead and go in chronological order of how I did this. So I literally did one fight without recording, and I was just parry heavy, and it did like a special 3, and it did like a pretty good amount. I'm like, okay, yeah, I feel comfortable locking this in. So started recording, went in for the next run, and that was this. So just gonna be parry heavying a whole bunch, and ideally you want to avoid baiting out Cassie's special 1. That's a generalized tip for this entire fight. Pretty much, actually, anytime you're fighting Cassie, avoid the special 1 and push the special 2. You know, it's not the end of the world if she throws a special 1, but what happens is she applies a bunch of little debuffs on you, and each hit that you have to do a bunch of hits in a row in rapid succession. Each hit's going to get rid of one of those debuffs. You don't want them to expire because they'll deal damage to you if any of them are left on you without doing enough hits to get rid of them all. So you really got to be careful. But yeah, you can see this fight is extremely simple with Magneto. Just parry heavy. That's literally it. And the great thing here is she is magnetized. So, but there was the node, the Adamant Axiom. But I'm pretty sure we were turning stuff off still, I want to say. So I don't know if that node's working entirely, because I feel like we shouldn't because of the node, but I feel like I still was turning some stuff off. But I feel like most of the fight is still working normally. So you'll see after the special 3, we don't get nearly as much damage as we normally would because of that one debuff node. You know, our debuffs, for each debuff, the next one expires faster. So all of our bleeds there just kind of went off in an instant. But when Magneto's bleeds end against magnetized opponents, they do even more damage. So there's like a 200-some-thousand burst of red damage there still, which is very nice. So you can see after one special 3 rotation, she's already down to past 50%. So again, rank 4 Magneto with some boosters, but still, Magneto, man, don't use him often, but when you get to use him, man, he's just so good. It was refreshing to get to use Magneto again, honestly. So against magnetized opponents, if you're not already aware, Magneto has no cap on those prowesses, so he can just keep parry heavying all day long. Of course, I'm not gonna just go to like 100 or something. That'd be overkill. I'm trying to find the sweet spot, just enough prowess to drop my special 3 and kill her. That's what I'm aiming for. I don't want to spend any more than I need to time-wise in this fight. So you can see we're still getting crushed on those dashbacks. Got to be mindful of that. And those power stings are still triggering, so it looks like our magnetism isn't turning off any of that. I just feel like maybe it was on my first attempt when I wasn't recording, but I feel like I baited out her special 1 a couple times and she wasn't applying a bunch of the debuffs to me. So I don't know if Magneto is really turning anything off or not. Like I said, I wasn't recording. That's just off my memory now. Yeah, here we're up to 45 prowess, 46. I have the power sting on me. I should have been more careful, but I really thought this was gonna kill. And it's not. So I just lost so much health. I'm at 3% health now, but she's at 2%. It's just who's gonna die first, and luckily it's her. So yeah, don't do what I did there. Be more careful of the power sting. But yeah, man, Magneto, great option. 1% clutch, 3 minutes, 28 seconds. My second attempt on Cassie in general. And yeah, that's just how good Magneto is for this. So, moving on to our next objective, we have Prowler. So, this was the run right before the good one. And you'll see there I had 60 of my Fury passives. I was like, hold on, 60 Fury passives. I want to read Special 3 here. Because I kind of accidentally got pushed to the Special 3 in that fight. But then, I'm reading it here. I'm like, maybe starting with the Special 3 is the play. So I was like, alright, let's try that on this next run. And the run I just had was, pretty good. I had her down like 75% or something, so I was feeling pretty confident with Prowler. I do like Prowler. I have him up at rank 3. I think he's a great champ. I think he's, I don't know about top 5, but like close to top 5 best chance release this year. I think he's really great, especially in like the first half of the year. He was definitely one of the strongest attackers, but now there have been quite a few others. So here with Prowler, I think I am just going to bait the special one. So you see those combo detonation charges get applied to me. So now I need to do 14 hits to get rid of all that. So we're doing a good job right now. Down to two more hits in, boom. There we go, get rid of that garbage. And yeah, we're just going to build a Special 3. So right here, this was perfect. I stopped my combo at 39. I can't say I did that on purpose for sure right now, 'cause I don't know if I did. But it worked out perfectly. So boom, do one hit, purify the power sting, and then we throw the Special 3 while she's still power locked. So this should give her no power at all. You can see, yeah, her power is still at absolute 0. Then we can get off this heavy attack as well and get her incinerated. You definitely want to, when you throw your Special 2 with Prowler, you want to have the Incinerate and the Falter passive ideally. That is how you get the max damage. So here we want to bait out this special attack so we can start building up our Furies. But this didn't really work out how I wanted, but it still gave us 30 of our charges, so that's cool. And here I need to go for a 5-hit combo, and she is evading on us. But there we go. Get rid of Power Sting, pop the Special 1. So we're at 30 of our Fury passives right now, and we have 30 more charges in the bank. So boom, we're going to go parry, heavy, drop this special. My Falter's on cooldown, unfortunately, so we couldn't line up the perfect Special 2, but still 60 Fury passives. That did a nice chunk. She is down below half health now. Would have loved to line it up perfectly, but that's okay. We are gonna drop the special here. I do eat some Power Sting damage, but I wanted to save the Falter. So the first Special 2, I had the Incinerate, but not the Falter. The next Special 2, I had the Falter, but not the Incinerate. It's not the easiest to line everything up perfectly here, but it's okay. It's okay. It doesn't need to be a perfect fight. It just needs to be a solo. We just gotta get her down. So baiting out these special ones, it's a pain. It's an absolute pain having to do all those hits, but it's doable. You totally can bait Cassie's Special 1 if you want to play her that way. Here we line up finally a good Special 2 with Incinerate and the Falter. Only have 30 of our Furies though. And yeah, you can see all those evade fails because of our pursuit. There we go. And then you see the Special 2, like, just outrange it. It doesn't give her anything. But here she did catch me with a little bit of a combo, so that was definitely scary. But we're okay. We're one hit away right now from being able to throw our special attack. And we're going to pop it here. Yeah, pop it right before that Power Sting reapplies. And Cassie goes down. So that one took me a few tries, like I would say like 5 or 6 attempts. Definitely trickier than Magneto, but completely doable. And I would say probably the best 2024 hero option. It's definitely the best option for me. But alright, let's go ahead and move on to the final objective, which is the tech villain. So here we're going to be rocking Ghost. I did throw on some boosts. I threw on a little bit of a 200% tech power back boost as well, just so we can get a little bit more power. And I did throw on the recoil masteries, because if you're going to use Ghost, those are the masteries you want, dude. This is just bringing me vibes of the good old days. Throwback, man, when I used to use Ghost like all the time. So yeah, here, this was a very weird Ghost fight. It definitely took a little bit of getting used to. But here, line it up real nice with a little bit of a Cruelty and a Fury. That special 2 did some big numbers, and it did give us a little bit of power back. So we're already on our way to our next special. And, you know, the great thing with Ghost is we don't have to worry about the pursuit. As long as, you know, we're just playing Ghost normally, she won't be able to evade any of our attacks that are going to be critical. So as long as we keep that in mind. But we can also get the pursuit when we parry, you know, and make our other hits counter evade as well. So yeah, this fight is very interesting for Ghost. Right there you see I was just lingering at 29, waiting for the next power sting to trigger. Then we do a heavy, and then we throw off a fat special. We are taking some recoil damage, but that is totally fine. Right here, she evaded, so I kind of panicked and threw my relic. A little bit of weird, but it's all good. So here, I almost triggered the power sting, but I managed to get off the special right before it triggered. That was a little bit of a sketchy special 2 throw. Luckily, it did connect. There's a bit of a panic special 2 throw, but hey, as long as it's connecting, we're good. And here I'm just trying to get some distance. It's nice as well with Ghost. You don't have to be too worried about the crushed, because you always have your phase to, you know, fall back on. So that is real nice. Here we're just spamming some heavy attacks right now. We have 3 of those Fury buffs. If we can throw a special with those active, man, it's going to do a lot of damage. But here, I take a little bit of a hit. I was just trying to get off a parry so we get the Vigilance. Then here, I'm just trying to throw off this special right before the power sting comes back. Boom, we managed to get it off. 40k, 40k, 50k. But then you see, right there. So that is what happens when you don't get rid of all of Cassie's little debuffs. We just took a bunch of damage. So you really got to be careful with that. Right here, this is not looking great. We have too much power. She throws another special 1. I have to do all these little hits now to get rid of those, or I'm just dead. I got pushed to 3 bars of power. Like, this is not going great right now. We managed to get in all the basic combo hits that we needed, though, to get rid of the charges. Boom. Get rid of the power sting. Throw the special 3. It's a little sketchy, but this was like, after, I don't know, again, like 5-6 attempts with Ghost, I'm like, alright, this is the furthest I've come to a solo. Like, let's try to pull this out here. I have 8%, she has 18. Let's see what we can do, man. Come on. So bait out the special 2 here. We do have some passive cruelties now after throwing the special 3. So, you know, we are doing a lot of damage. Here, gonna go ahead, drop the heavy, and then boom, go for this special. And I'm like, just die, just die, just die, just die, just die. She doesn't die. But throw the special 1 right before the power sting comes back, and she dies. Another 1% solo. 2 1% solos in this video. But hey, that just means I boosted the perfect amount. You know, that's what that means. Just enough to get those solos. So yeah, those are the fights. Those are all of the objectives done. Let's jump back in game now and claim everything. See where we're at for rewards. Alright guys, jumping back in game, let's go ahead and hit claim on all the good stuff here. So it looks like the Valiant objective also gives refined XP, and a real nice amount of it, 3,250. That's great. So, hell yeah, let's grab that. Alright, and let's see where that puts us for this event. Autumn of Agony. So, ooh, got some 7-star shards. Okay. I'm like out of Mystic, so we'll grab that. And then, ooh, we got some Ascension. I was debating ascending Ghost. I guess I could have ascended Magneto too, honestly. But I didn't end up doing that. But more Ascension Dust. That is cool. How close are we to a 7-star right now? Because I kind of want to open one. Let's see. Could go... Can't go like that, but we could go like that. That will give us the 7-star shards required. I think I hit it. There we go. Alright guys, before we end off this video, gonna open up a 7-star. I just appreciate you guys dropping a like rating on the video, the guide, all the objective solos. Alright, let's see what our reward is for knocking out all of the objectives within the first hour. Boom. Let's see. What do we got? Reward me. Reward me. Kabam. Come on. Okay, it's not bad. He's a rank 3, so more SIGs on him. That's definitely not bad. I don't mind that. That's cool that all those champs are in the pool. I would love to awaken Shocker now. He was like next. But alright, that's going to go ahead and wrap up for this video, guys. If you did enjoy, if I helped you in any which way, I would really appreciate a like rating. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already for more guides, more daily uploads. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Hope you have a great, wonderful day. Good luck with these objectives. Peace.